In the past 2 decades, our access to new technology has been steadily growing and moving to the forefront of American life.
I've seen more significant technology change in the last 5 years than I've seen in the previous 25 years combined. Okay? And that's not an exaggeration.
Technological growth has accelerated at an astonishing rate. People shop, connect, and do business online more than ever before. But to understand and take advantage of these developments, it's important for associations to recognize the factors of change in technology's role in our lives and where these changes are coming from.
So this major shift that we've seen, if you're thinking about it, what it's really being driven by is consumer electronics. It's not being driven by the technologies you have in your office, it's being driven by the technologies you have in your hand.
Consumer mobile tech is the driving force in innovation and development. In the last decade, smartphones have changed from being a business-only device to one of the most common methods the average person uses when accessing the internet.
How many of you have more than one mobile device? Okay, hands back down. How many of you check that mobile device first thing in the morning when you wake up? How many of you check that device the last thing before you go to bed to make sure there's no fires you need to be put out? Okay? And how many of you, when you get up in the middle of the night,
With the rise in popularity of social media and e-commerce, coupled with the growing desire for continuous connection, people have become increasingly attached to their phones and tablets. This change has affected the way that members interact with their associations.
We've been building systems to manage our members, or thinking that we were managing our members. In fact, we even came up with a name of them called customer relationship management systems. Customers are much more in tune to managing their own relationships, managing their own information. So we've got to start to shift our systems to do that. We've got to build systems that allow our members to have the experience that they want to have with the organization.
Associations have traditionally approached the technological revolution by keeping their members in touch through email newsletters and updates. While this has worked well in the past, consumer tech has driven a shift to mobile and self-serve consumption of information. Consumers today prefer to manage their connections on their own. An association would better focus its efforts on optimizing the mobile experience for its members.
How many of you, before you make any major purchase, get online and read up about it and get somebody else's opinion? There's a socialization to every major purchase that we make right now. Okay? So it's not just about Facebook or LinkedIn, it's about consumer behavior, it's about decision making, it's about all of those kinds of things.
It's crucial for organizations to understand and assess how technology and the social aspect is changing consumer interactions. Members are now managing their own association connections and relationships through the inherent nature of consumer technology. Associations need to recognize this shift in philosophy and better serve their members by optimizing a self-serve mobile experience.